Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, guys. How are you all doing? Right, let's see who's here. I hope you're all wearing your tiaras or pearls or pajamas. Right, let's have a look. Maggie P, Pauline Muir, Del Plummer, hello. Joe Jones, Just Me, Pam Milnick, Kit Canoe, Mary Lee, Sheila Shelley, Jess, Glinda the Good. I was watching your live last night. Sheila Kelly, what's it on? Disba D, Mary IPOC, Magic City Girl. Try not to repeat the names. Aunt C's Hangout. Hello, Princess Carol. Hope you're wearing your tiara this evening. Did I do Melissa Crawford? I can't remember. Jamba, hello Jamba. It's fabulous to see you all here this evening. I think, Marcia, hello Marcia. Rhea Snakespeare, whoops, I went a bit fast there. I think Barbara Brown, I've got a microphone in the way. Teresa Cole, Catherine T, I think I've got everybody. Oh, maybe not. Jade Fox, Baby Grandma, Simone Mayhofer. Did I do Catherine T? Pauline Muir, Joanne Perry, David Murphy, hello, Sandra C, Kay Bailey, Sam R, Pippa Tisdale, Rhonda Norton, Janet Alti, Benalmadena Costa del Sol. Very good to see you. Are you really on the Costa del Sol? It's warming up a little bit down here now, isn't it? Janine, Karen H, Malika. Did I do Karen Mayrick? I'm not sure if I did. Samantha Hardwin, Joan of Arc, Just Me, Julie Trask, Kathleen Jones, DH, Lorac, Jat, Ruth Ann, hello, and Selman Lily. Oh, the list is going on. Bonnie Fanning, Laura Nolan. Did I do Joe Jones, Glow, Nika, Connie McWhirter? It's going on and on. Ta-da! Dacidited for years. Poppy Fields, how are you all doing? And Candice Hill, Bluefish, Mandy Pusey. It's going on and on and on, guys. I try not to miss anybody. Angelina, Brenda, Mary, Tootie Bird, Melissa Footsie Girl, Helen Worrell, Anna Perkins, Catherine Crosby, Dame Anna, right, and Lulu, JD, hello, right. Hope everybody is dressed up tonight or dressed warmly if it's cold where you are, or wearing a bikini if it's boiling hot where everybody else is. How are you all doing? This is actually my daughter's crown. She bought this from Whitby on a fair last year. And it's the only one I've got. My tiara still in the shop, if you know what I mean. Hello, AE. Spangles, Kath Lightburn. So, right. Did anybody see the lovely Lady C's video? I think it was yesterday, but I watched it today, about how she has spoken to people who are friends with the Getty family, who are a little concerned because they say that apparently a certain middle-aged woman has been visiting one of their relatives, a billionaire. How old is he again? 91? 89, 91. What was it I was saying the other day about? But I'm sure it's just for business. Melissa, yep, seen it. So hands up who thinks that the marriage is on the rocks, which is what I've felt for quite a long time. I wanted to ask you, I just love your mug and David. It's just a unique design. It's not unique, Barbara. It's Tiffany's. I actually got mine on eBay, but it's a Tiffany's design. There's a name for it. I'll try and get it a bit closer. It sort of overlaps instead of being really angular like a lot of them are. Hang on. There you go, if you can see that a bit better. But yeah, if you look them up on Tiffany's, Candice Hill, never miss Lady C. No, I don't. Diana T, hello. No, I never miss Lady C, but I have to choose my moments. I'm usually do DIY or I'm cooking or cleaning, or I'm into a project, because they're nice long videos. So I like to take my time listening to it. Same with River and the other longer YouTubers. Well, let's face it, she's already gotten used to a small shriveled Winky. Oh dear. And so the saga of the will they, won't they goes on and on and on, doesn't it, over the coronation. I'm certain if they were to be invited and they did go, it'll be just like the Jubilee. It will be exactly the same. There'll be all the will they, won't they, and then they'll turn up. She'll probably wear something really bizarre, quite inappropriate, despite the fact she's quite a nice looking woman. They'll be seated in a very much second row place away from the others. They'll probably get booed on the way in. She'll grin like a lunatic, like a ventriloquist dummy. He'll look really worried and shocked. And then they'll leave, and there'll be bells ringing for all they're worth. That's exactly what will happen if they go, if they're invited. There won't be anything stunning. They're not going to, it won't be, Meghan won't be taking the ladle off the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, and elbowing him to the side and anointing Charles. Meghan won't be there in some big Sun Empress dress. Well, actually, she might wear something like that. Oh, I never thought of that. I think maybe they should go after all. I think it'd be worth seeing that. Something like she might dress up like Elizabeth I, with an enormous collar and a wig and all pearls stuck in her hair, and a corset and a massive skirt and a tall crest. That would be hilarious, actually, wouldn't it? What do you think? Yes, she might do that. Because, the Jubilee coat was really weird. Let's all dress like Inspector Gadget. I don't know where she was coming from with that one. I really don't. Anna Perkins, best way to alert their attendants is to get the security guys to forbid them coming, as they cannot guarantee their, more importantly, others' safety. Certainly no Grand Master of Chess. Leash, Poppy, put her on the leash. Rubber, not plastic. H will be with the other dukes and she'll be with the duchesses. But after seeing Ellen video, they'll probably be like that. Well, it's interesting about the Ellen thing, isn't it? Because, right, Oprah had the big A-lister thing, and that was a proper big A-lister thing. And a certain someone was missing. And so puff pieces were put out saying, she was invited, but she didn't want to upset King Charles and the rest of the royal family, so she didn't think it was appropriate to go. A few days later, it was apparently okay to go to Ellen's renewal vows. And I don't know much about Ellen or her wife, but I've got to say, I cringed listening to, is it the mother of the Kardashians? Is she a vicar or something? In what capacity did she do that? What's her name again? Kris? Is she called Kris Kardashian or Kris Jenner, or Kris Jenner, isn't it? But I found the whole thing cringeworthy. And the decor inside the house was really, really very bland. In my day, when you'd get a look into an A-lister or a multi-millionaire's home, it'd be like chandeliers and it'd be fabulous. Liberace, Bob Hope, Bing Crosby. I've got to say, Ellen's house looks like the inside of a, dare I say, Butlins holiday camp home. What the hell? Nice mud grey walls, nice mud grey furniture, not much furniture, nice stark wooden. I'm sorry, it's just, I thought, what? Or was that their potting shed or something where they did all of that? Right, let's read some of these comments. Don't you just love it how poor Portia felt she needed to make the 50th B-Day all about Ellen the narcissist? Yeah, she wore a great big white dress as well, didn't she? I sort of think that maybe, and I'm not suggesting this is the case with Ellen, but when people do renewals, are they on the rocks a bit? I don't know, anyone out there? You guys do renewals? High Fly 101 says it's a civil service in some states. Anyone can marry. Well, they're already married, so it's a renewal, isn't it? No credentials required.
Do people renew marriages?
Yeah, people do renew marriages.
But how do you do that? Because if you're married, what's going to change? Does it expire? How does that work?
Out of the mouth of a 19-year-old. No, Ben. No, it doesn't expire.
Then why do you have to renew it?
Usually it's when one's been shagging around or the other, and then they kiss and make up and they go, oh, I know what, let's renew our wedding vows.
Right.
I don't know. I mean,
it's
some
another
people...
way to get money out of people. That's how I see that.
Well, and apparently you don't even have to have a vicar. It was the mother of the Kardashians that did this particular one. She just sort of read out this really long, gushy... Honestly, it was puke-worthy. The words were puke-worthy. It was like a bunch of A-listers in a room all licking each other's backsides. Blessings heavenly. I'm missing all the comments. Does a marriage certificate expire? If only. That might be quite convenient. Neil Sean stated Oprah spoke in person, stated they are not friends in America. I heard Neil Sean. I was watching Neil Sean before saying that. Oh, right. I'll deal with that in a minute, Barbara. Neil said that he's spoken to people and apparently Oprah is not impressed, that Harry and Meghan have said that the whole Oprah interview was not about racism after all. She feels that they've thrown just about everybody under the bus, including Netflix, Spotify, the whole damn lot. So she's a bit persona non grata, allegedly, according to... Music Mad. I was married 47 years. We renewed our vows at 25. We hadn't been shagging around. I'm sure you hadn't. I just have the feeling with Ellen and Portia, just a sensation. This is a rubber spider, by the way. I'll remove him, just in case anybody was thinking that. Chris is registered. She has a church. She has a church. Really? My God, you see, I don't follow these Kardashian people at all. In fact, I didn't know who is it Caitlyn Jenner? I kept hearing the name. So I looked it up about a year ago and I just lay on the sofa listening to the whole story from the very beginning. I knew nothing about it at all. Right, where was that other one gone? Jackie, man, my husband, 28 years, and I had a very small wedding. We always joked, when we win the lottery, we'll have a huge, expensive wedding redo. Oh, very good. I'd rather have a brown nose than a brown tongue all day long. Yeah. Poppyfield's Church of Money. Yeah, what is... Chris, she is called Kris Jenner. Is she the mother? I saw one of those Kardashian episodes. Oh, hi, Sue Smith. I heard they said they didn't get their dream wedding, so H&M should pay the... Well, there were rumours about Harry and Meghan renewing their wedding vows. Oh, God, pass the sick bucket. Maybe they could do it at the King's Coronation. It'd be far more important. Cavalry Church, whatever that is. I have no idea. Yes, Meghan is a few years older than his older woman. Is she? Yeah, I got the impression Harry's older woman is not actually that old. She's quite close in age to Harry. Ginger Gruzius. We have real hand-sized tarantulas here in Texas. Brown ones are female and larger. Oh man. Really, I didn't know that you had them in Texas. I'm sure they're really lovely. I just felt that there weren't very many people there. And somebody else said that wasn't Harry and Meghan at Ellen's thing. Anyway, there were a couple of lookalikes. I think it was you, Del, wasn't it? Was that Harry and Meghan or not? That were standing on polar opposites of the room. Harry's older woman who took his virginity did an interview. She's only 2 years older than him. Well, he's a bit cheeky calling her an older woman. Good grief. Oh, he must feel like he's with a positive grandmother at the moment, mustn't he? I saw the interview of her. The dreadful duo should go to the River Jordan for a renewal of baptism. Oh, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it at all. Actually, do you remember Charles and Camilla went to Jerusalem and they got some water, didn't they? Oh, I can't think what the river is called. They got some holy water. I wonder if they'll use that at the coronation. Perhaps that's why they went. It looked photoshopped to me. Well, I saw a video. Whoever just said it looked photoshopped, Sheila. of them at the wedding, that, you know, Harry was clapping and Meghan was doing her usual crazy grin thing. Yes, it was Harry on one side of the room and Meghan on the other side of the room. Yeah, you could tell it was Meghan by the beige. It was definitely Meghan's shade of beige. Lolly Star 24, how's Matt doing his bit for charity by looking after his OAP wife? The River Jordan. Yes, Jade, the River Jordan. Absolutely. Yes, I dare say Harry and Meghan will renew their vows at some point, unless they're tearing each other to pieces over a divorce quite soon, which I would imagine. They can use it to exercise Meghan. Sprinkle some holy water in her direction. Ruth and overrated water. It means Julie, it means your marriage is shaky. Well, apparently not. When my mum and dad were married for donkey's years, and they used to have wedding anniversaries. That was the thing. But I don't remember them ever having a renewal. I think it might be a fairly modern thing. Yes, Charles did get the water for the coronation. Oh, thank you, Beverly. That was a good guess of mine then, wasn't it? What have I missed, Fiona? We've been talking about Ellen's renewal of that. And it was all kind of weird because Ellen didn't apparently know anything about it. She walked in. Yeah, she didn't look happy about being surprised. I just thought, Harry's cougar, 2 years older, is hardly a cougar, is it? Dearie me. Along with the copious amounts of wooden stakes, silver bullets, and garlic. Paula M. made a great suggestion. King Charles III should invite Thomas Sr., Jr., and Samantha. Devilishly strategic plan. Wouldn't that be hilarious if he had them all on the balcony and they were all doing the wave thing? Yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny. I mean, that's if they do go at all, Jan, but the whole thing was a PR setup and they looked like shit in a pony. You mean the Ellen? Yeah, it was. I just thought, oh, it was awful, wasn't it? Absolutely awful. MILF. Me and my brothers and sisters put on a 50th wedding anniversary party for my parents, and they renewed their vows. But doing so at 50th anniversary has been a fashion for many years. Yeah, I probably haven't been shagging around. Actually, been married that long. I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps it's just my cynical mind. I honestly don't think Graham and I are ever going to do anything like that. Yeah, Ellen looked pissed off. Well, Ellen's on the outsies of the downsies. Didn't she lose her TV show through bullying in the workplace or something like that? Wasn't there a big doodah about that? And I think that the last person that she interviewed on her show was Meghan, sucking a baby's bottle of milk and squatting all over the place. So, and Ellen has always been Meghan's second choice out of her Oprah and Ellen. Who interviewed Meghan first, Oprah or Ellen? Who's the biggest star, Oprah or Ellen? Did Meghan go to Oprah's birthday party? But she turned up at Ellen's sort of rather understated bash. Tracy Huxtable, they should have Meg bucks themselves, so why should the royal family pay if they divorce? Well, a divorce with those two, that would be quite unusual. Now, I can't be sure, but I think Lady C covered how it would work, and it's not under American jurisdiction. It would be under the jurisdiction of London. I'm sure that's what she said. And there's no prenup, but it's kind of like that. They set it up that they get divorced in a very specific place. One of you guys maybe know. I probably wasn't paying attention. Ellen may be on the outs with the missus, no show anymore. So Ellen is at home, so Portia can't ride horses. Well, I mean, having lost her TV show, ouch, that it wasn't Ellen. No, it wasn't Ellen's birthday. Oh, was it Portia's birthday? Oh, I just thought it was like a renewal thing. I didn't know that. Just logged on. Did you see my post about the photos and ID on the back of them? Oh, is that the Prince Andrew photo that you're talking about? I think I did, yes. There were a lot of comments on that. Ellen is on the Hollywood shite list, so loser love to hang together. Yeah, I mean, they are both on the outsies, aren't they? I guess she's on the outsies with, I don't know who's doing that. Imagine being in the same room with Ellen and Meghan Markle. Couldn't get much worse if you had Alec Baldwin in there as well, could it? Better gunslinging. I know that's in the poorest of taste. Neil Sean is saying Meghan is demanding that Oprah say she was invited to a party. Oh, I don't doubt that, as she's probably asking Obama to say she was invited to his last year as well. Any sugars here? Get off. I haven't seen any sugars. I don't think so, Del. What Meghan wants? Meghan Getty's. Carolyn, yes. Just checked. Queen Gertie's going live at 9 o'clock. Yes, well, we're gonna wrap this up in 40 minutes because then Trevor's going live. I think he said 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock. So, but you guys in the UK are an hour behind me. So, but I think we'll probably wrap it up at 7 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock you guys' time. Chris likely owns a church for tax evasion. She used to be Orthodox. Funny, she's now a Protestant minister. I just find that super weird. I mean, this Kardashian family, they're really strange people, aren't they? I think we Brits have given her enough. I don't want to have another penny from us. Well, Fiona, hi, Jody. There might be a few more pennies from a divorce. Hi, Imogen, Night Owl 2. Hello. Yes, I mean, I don't know how royal divorces work. And also, another thing I wanted to say, the absolute audacity or Suits to demand anything from anyone. I love the way you call us Suits. Yes, all this talk of are the palace talking to them or not, I would imagine it's lawyers. That if Meghan and Harry are talking to anybody, it will be royal lawyers. And that's purely on the basis they don't want to be recorded. They don't want anything they're saying being repeated. So I believe there will be an intermediary, a lawyer, and that is who Harry and Meghan will be talking to, if anybody at all. They will not be ringing up William and Charles and Catherine or Camilla and having a chat on the phone. There's no way that those royals would leave themselves wide open to that after all this Netflix nonsense and Spare nonsense and Oprah and Gayle King and CBS this and NBC that and CNN. No. Would any of you guys trust anybody who's going to record you and then put it all out on the telly? And they will be talking through lawyers so that in the event that hello, Artisandry. Hi, Tara. Hi, Ireland. Sorry if I've missed anybody. The comments are going quite fast. Do I have the paint colour for the kitchen cabinets? No, it's just sort of a pale blue and a stone colour. I think there's a bit of a mix-up. Charles is anointed with holy water. Charles brought back bottles of Jordan water for future royal baptisms. Right. Where do they get the holy water from then? Or is that just blessed by the Archbishop of Canterbury? I don't know how. Or blessed by a vicar, I suppose. Hi, Doreen. Katie, note to oneself. Oh, yes, I was going to do a quick shout out for Angela, A Scottish View. Angela's had a YouTube channel for a long time, and she's feeling in a little bit of a slump, and she was feeling a bit left out. And I do watch Angela. She does UFOs, ghost stories, and royal chit chat. So Angela, A Scottish View. Holy oil, right? Okay. Lolly Star. If it's through the lawyers, they won't be at the coronation. They will still be arguing over it long to the end. Yeah. Glinda, in most US states, inheritance. I've got this microphone quite in the way. Where have you gone? Dollars cannot be included in the divorce settlement, right? I'm pretty sure I remember Lady C saying that if they got divorced, it would be in London, even though they got married in Windsor. And things are just set up that way. I don't know much about divorce law, actually. I think the money of Dimwit Duke is tied up in a trust. Maybe. Hello, Audrey. Thank you. It's my daughter's crown. In fact, I might take it off in a minute. It pinches quite a lot. I don't know if I dare comment after yesterday. Why not, Fitness Hutch? Go for it. Go for it. Biggie Wiggy music. I'm fairly confident that MM will be renewing vows with Harry soon. Yeah, maybe. I think they'll be talking to divorce lawyers. Trevor is imitating Alex Belfield to a T. Right. Okay, Ruth Ann. Oh, I see Jesus has spoken about the older woman has us first. Has she spoken out? Yeah, she has. She's given an interview. Seemed quite a nice, down-to-earth lady. Ireland, when Catherine and William were getting married, Ellen announced on her TV show that she was related to Catherine. Ellen had done an ancestry. Okay. Sprinkle Markle, that holy water, King Charles. A bit like the Wizard of Oz, where they threw water over the witch at the end. That's all it took. JD Avid, you notice how there is doubt by some in what Sasha has revealed. Sasha. Who's Sasha? Oh, right. That's the girl he shagged. Right. It's funny how quick some dismiss anything. Well, I mean, how does this Sasha know that it was her? Harry could have been shagging a different girl or several different girls in the same field behind the same pub, if he remembered. I mean, I can't believe we're having conversations like this. Oh, her late Majesty be turning in her grave, won't she? Goodness gracious. I love Daniel Boland as well. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. People are concerned about Prince Edward. I think the death of his parents plus all the Markle crap has really affected him. Oh, do you? I think he looks, I mean, we saw him in the flesh last year, Imogen, when he came to Jib. And he looks a bit younger in the flesh, actually. They're quite a sprightly young couple, him and Sophie. If you don't like a channel, don't watch it. There's no need for derogatory comments. Okay, I think I'm on the outsies on a different conversation. Artisan 3. Lady C said, Getty family very worried as Meghan has befriended Gordon. Oh, that's right, Gordon Getty, 89. Yes, I saw that one. And I mean, it was only about a week ago, I was saying the same thing, that that's going to be her catch pool, isn't it? And of course, having heard Lady C say all that there have been people saying that Gordon's family are very worried and very protective. Meghan's going to find that even if she goes and has a cup of tea with anybody who's a billionaire. The families are going to look at the state of the Markles. They're going to look at the state of the Windsors. Well, not that the Windsors are in a bad way, but all the shit that's been dumped on them, aren't they? And they're going to think, I don't particularly want that to happen to my family. So, no, lock the gates. Don't answer the phone. Get security to escort her out, of course. She rents a conference room so she can say it's business. Yeah, I heard Lady C say that. Yeah, Prince Edward is kind-hearted, I think. Thank you, Jodie. Hit the like button. I'm subscribed to Angela, but never get notifications. Kit Canoe, me too. I don't get notifications for anybody. Not even Duchess and R. Sussex now. Not for anybody except Trevor. He's the only one. And I sort of feel it's like YouTube rubbing salt into the wound because he's not monetized at the moment. Although he might be, because I think he's going to get a decision quite soon. Is someone breaking into the house? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure that Ellen was happy about that. Playing Who Got the Sausage? Who's playing Who Got the Sausage? I think I am not privy to a lot of these conversations going on. I don't think Meg's tricks will work on an 89-year-old. They probably would, actually. They probably would. Someone of that era might be a lot more forgiving and naive and not switched on. I think if she tries to go down that way, her and Harry split up. That's her finished. She's finished, quite frankly. And can you imagine the look on the sugars' faces? The next bridegroom coming down the aisle in a wheelchair with a travel blanket over their legs. Love's young dream. Can you imagine the sugars doing that? or a Lifetime, one of those ghastly Hallmark or Lifetime movie things. Oh, right, Glinda, Blair's on a mini break, is she? Yeah, but I mean, not for weeks, Glinda. Not for weeks I haven't had notifications. I have to go to each of my YouTubers. I do get notifications for Daniel sometimes. EG did say to PD that if it wasn't for Portia, she would not be on Earth. Okay. I get unsubscribed from your channel on a weekly basis. Yeah, I go through these things like where YouTube do unsubscribe loads of people. They unsubscribe me from things. Apparently, I think Trevor said, if you don't like interact with a channel, you get unsubscribed. But I interact with channels and I still get unsubscribed. So I have to go and, Gordon Getty's been married 4 times already. Yeah. Sausage or Todger, according to that woman, lasted 2 minutes. Oh, did she say that? JD. Yeah, she may not be who he is speaking about, but she is not an unnamed source. Like how stories come out using sources, she had to come forward herself, so would rather give her the benefit of the doubt. Samantha Mustard McDowell, I can't help visualize Meghan in a bunny girl outfit. No, I definitely think Queen Elizabeth I. And no offense, Glinda, or Glinda the Good Fairy. Can you imagine? With a great big tall crown and a wand? Oh, wouldn't that be hilarious? I think that, don't trip over the wire. Hi, Kitty. Do you think she's staying away from the limelight because she's pregnant and will turn up at the coronation with a huge bump? I don't know, Imogen. No comment. No comment.
Well, I got a few things to say about Meghan.
My cat doesn't like Meghan.
She
Meghan
says
Markle.
talk to the paw.
She's looking really alarmed, actually, really scared.
Kitty!
Do you want your spider? Yeah. Kitty spider. I agree, Glitterbug. Ellen looked a little pissed, actually. Yeah, I can imagine Ellen. I think Ellen was a bit fed up. I mean, it was kind of hard to tell. I was just too busy listening to Kris Jenner renewing their vows. Well, Respare as obvious ghostwriter, writing for reasons for the divorcing. Yeah. Meghan can say, oh, Harry's been a nightmare. Harry's been an absolute nightmare. In fact, Meghan was in something that... oh, no, that's right. Meghan loves Julia Roberts. To me, it's obvious. She really loves Julia Roberts. And Julia Roberts did that film, didn't she? Sleeping with the Enemy. So if there were to be a divorce coming up, would you hear lines from Sleeping with the Enemy? Any famous lines in that? Harry found me. I tried to hide. It's been a nightmare. I can just imagine. He's gone and admitted an awful lot in that book by all accounts, hasn't he? Oh, I take drugs. I'm a drunk. I get angry. I can be violent. Oh, and he's a divorced lawyer's dream come true. Quite frankly, isn't he? He stitched himself up like a kipper, as we say in the UK. Who remembers Are You Being Served? Yes, I remember that show. And young Mr. Grace and his baby daddy nurse. Yes, I remember it. I've got to take this crown off. It's absolutely killing my head. A man-child. Emmy's also a Julia pose of laying with baby bump on ground. Yeah. Well, I mean, she's done the pretty woman part, hasn't she? I think she's done the Notting Hill part as well. The towels were too straight. The Julia Roberts pregnant on a bench. That was the Notting Hill thing, wasn't it? Apparently, Lady C was saying Gordon Getty inherited about 2.1 billion 40 years ago, and he's still got 2.1 billion. Prissy Wooden, Dame Anna. She's one trick pony. Yeah, marry money. Marry up the ladder. How feminist is that? How long before news of his dark passenger will become officially public? Another protection he claims the royal family did not afford him. What's a dark passenger? Is absolutely. Oh, hello, absolutely average. How are you doing? Just saw you were live. Saw another person from Chicagoland area. Hey, neighbour. I think that might be Glinda. Is it true Charles will allow them to go to the coronation? Is it a case of keep enemies close? William will not stand for it. Right. Well, as I say, if they do go, and they might, and I don't care if they do or not, other than listening out for the booze, that would be quite amusing, and seeing what the nutter wears, because she always has to wear something really inappropriate, doesn't she? It will be exactly a replay of the Jubilee, except it'll be in Westminster Abbey, not St Paul's Cathedral. It's amazing that Harry hasn't been accused of being the father of a child from one of his flings during his wild years before Meghan. The lady in the Daily Mail said Harry did not use protection. Right, okay. Wow, such nitty-gritty little details all these people are so happy to talk to the Daily Mail about, aren't they? Yikes, is it just me? Hello, Amanda Glenn, Jamie J. There will be loads of booze. There may well be loads of booze there. As when I said people should be silent, a lot of you said, but then there'll be Sugar's rent-a-mob come in to cheer. So perhaps more appropriate would be roaring laughter. How insulting would that be? Would the dark passenger be referring to the room at the Prince Harry has been? Oh, right, okay. Silence, backs turned, trousers down, and all bend for a group moon. I thought I was to say moon bump for a minute there. Bow before the moon bump. A moon. Mass moon. Oh my. Yeah, the Getty's family are apparently very worried about it. Recent stories that Meg going to produce romantic comedies. Oh, I know. They'd be like those Lifetime films, Hallmark movies, only way, way worse. We get those kind of films here on Paramount in Spain. And then they don't have Meghan in them, but they're that kind of thing. There was a particularly ghastly love story in an artificial QVC shopping channel. That was the basis of the film. This girl worked on a shopping channel, and she was getting it together with the guy who was... She was selling cooking utensils, and he was selling some sort of fishing rod. I don't know. And then spider alert. Yes, it's the cat's toy. Well, Graham bought it for India. It's the thing about spiders. They move so fast, don't they? I was watching that film Arachnophobia years ago, and the bit at the end where they're all in the house and there's spiders coming out absolutely everywhere. A huge spider ran out from under my telly right towards me. I screamed my head off. Do you think Meghan is upset, angry? All the time. Meghan was born upset and angry. That the woman Harry lost his virginity to has been brave enough to come forward and speak to the Daily Mail. I don't know. She's probably angry that she wasn't mentioned in the article. Yes, Daniel Boland is very, very funny. That older woman's interview has a Sussex camp PA set up all over it. Oh, do you think so? Maybe. I'm tweeting the royal family in Kensington Palace about being a true unifying force and inviting all the Markles to sit next to them. Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, though. I don't think they will invite the Markles. Anybody think they will? I'm not sure they will. Oh, yes. Poppy has a video on booing tutorials, so everybody can go and learn. Poppy Fields is a YouTuber. You can go and you can learn how to boo most effectively. I reckon people need to go with megaphones in case they got that crazy bell ringing stuff going on. I mean, how can people even hear themselves think with all that going on? But that's probably why they've always done bell ringing around coronations and monarchs, because we've had monarchs in the past, going back hundreds of years, who were not that popular. Perhaps it's a thing. that because they don't like being booed. They see it as bad luck. Sarah Vine wrote a great piece about the older woman in today's mail. Yeah, I saw that, but I haven't had time to read it yet. I've been cleaning. And before Christmas, we had a leak in the bathroom wall. So my lovely bath, Graham had to demolish one end of it to get to the pipe in the wall. And he's fixed the leak and he's rebuilt it all back up. And now we've got to smooth it all over and paint it white again. Was there really an act in front of Parliament, something to do with taking away their titles, or was that just fluff? I don't know. I think it was being discussed. Yes, it was Graham who started the booing thing. I think that was the morning after Wally lost her channel. And he just said, well, if you're not allowed to say what you think, then why not boo? They can't stop us from booing. But then they do. They criticised, us for all supporting the idea of booing. It literally nothing short of absolute adoration and worship will do. I had a couple of comments on some of my videos that said, please leave Harry and Meghan alone. You've never met them. Well, they're public figures. They're members of the British royal family, my British royal family, and I'm not allowed to comment on them. But if I were to say, oh, I absolutely love and adore Meghan, I love her, I worship her, would that person still comment and say, please leave her alone, don't comment, have you met her? No, of course they fucking wouldn't, because that's all they want. They just want, want everyone to kiss her butt. As if enough people haven't done that in the past. Face green smiling. I don't get many alerts. No, I don't. We're attacked because we're racist. We're jealous of her, Poppy. We're jealous of her. Do you think Meghan will still be with Harry when Meghan is 50? Not if she does an Anne Woodward on him. For anyone who doesn't know who Anne Woodward was, it was 1930s. She had a rich husband, and she said she thought he was a burglar, and she shot him dead in the night. I'm sure Meghan wouldn't do anything like that. Wouldn't work out for her at all, because she'd inherit all of his money. She'd have total control of everything, and she'd get to keep the titles. Maybe it would work out quite well for her. Quicker than divorce as well, isn't it? Just look back to the isolation they enjoyed at the royal family at the Queen's funeral. Some look right through them. I actually think the Jubilee was worse. I think the Jubilee was way worse, especially all the bickering over, I don't want to sit here in the second row. And Harry kicking off. I mean, how humiliating. How humiliating. Maybe he would sit with all the other dukes right at the very back, behind one of the tallest dukes and widest candles. Yeah, Marcia, I really do. I've thought about Anne Woodward a lot ever since I sort of sussed that the marriage was going south. There's also a gun ban in California, so she better get a machete. Is there a gun ban in California? I didn't know that. Well, maybe they'll be staying in an Airbnb in New York or something like that when it happens. As long as she's behind a candle, yeah. Candle in the way. Okay, positive thinker. Hello. Inherited wealth is not included in divorce settlements. Okay. Is she looking for another elder to abuse? Well, yeah, I thought she only liked young, beautiful Instagram people. Why would she want to hang around with an 89-year-old billionaire? I don't know. I'll let the sugars work that one out. Thank goodness for Johnny. Oh, Johnny. Yes. On Tea and Therapy, Ems was talking about fake bump and what she thinks the reason was, etc. Oh, I didn't see that. The booing does bother them. They have thin skin. Yeah, of course it bothers them. Of course it does. In fact, our two psychopaths we've got in our lives, they walk around with faces like misery most of the time. But when things are really, really, really bad and really not going their way, they have this, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. They do this crazy thing. Psychopaths do that. And Graham and I often look at them and think, oh my God, things are that bad, are they? Or they say to each other, laugh and disperse to make us all think they're having a marvelous time when actually they're having a terrible time. Same reason she ran to Tyler Perry. Rich men she can cry to about how she's a victim, not protected. Well, more fool them. Quite frankly, more fool them. And as the bodies stack up, let others beware. Silence would ruin her, Samantha, but not if there's other sugars cheering. Whereas laughter, that's another thing that narcissists absolutely hate. Psychopathic narcissists loathe being laughed at, being mocked, being a joke. They hate that. They can't laugh at themselves like the rest of us can. They can't go, whoopsies, I fucked up there, and have a laugh about it. No, everything is dead serious for people like her. Trevor had a great chat with Sam Markle last week. I saw that. I see she wants her own YouTube channel. Will be very interesting. What do you think? Yeah, why not? Why not? I think a lot of celebrities should have their own YouTube channel. Doesn't Sarah, Duchess of York, have her own YouTube channel where she does children's stories? Yeah, why not? I mean, a lot of celebrities, when they want to give an interview, there's a lot riding on it because they get the one shot to get their story out there. Whereas a YouTube channel, they can say what they think one day and then they read the comments. And if people have misinterpreted what they've said, they can correct that the next day and say, well, that's not what I meant. So I don't know why more A-listers don't do it. Maybe they will like being on Oprah. It's our right as a constitutional monarchy to let our reigning monarch know our feelings in our history and tradition. We have more power than we think. Yes, I'm very glad you raised that point because there are a lot of people who are absolute experts on the monarchy and in how the coronation would be, for example, hierarchy, the rules, all that stuff. And Lady C is very good. She's very correct. And I mean, I was told off over Christmas by somebody for referring to, I think it was Graham referred to the Christmas speech as the King's speech. And someone came forward and quite rightly said, it's the King's address. So there are all these rules and some people are real sticklers for it. But the thing is, if the public don't want a monarchy, all of it ends. None of it's written in stone. So when people get too pernickety about things like that, be careful because you can turn people off the whole thing. They are correct. There are certain ways. It's like Union Jack is not called a Union Jack on the land. It's not called the Union Jack unless it's on the jack staff of a naval war vessel in the water. But we all call it the Union Jack. But it's the Union flag normally. And then people start going on about the royal standard being lowered and half-mast and all that on the death of a monarch and stuff like that. But it's all done because of the public's support and acceptance, and that's what the public want. If the king were to start marching around, being finickety and picking on peasants, it'd be game over quite quickly. And that's why they don't do it. I've heard Charles will invite them, but they must bring the kids. Oh, Poppy, I think you're opening a can of worms there. People have been asking me, do I think they exist? I don't know. What do I think the situation is there? I don't know. I just genuinely don't know. There's been so much lunacy and nutfuckery going on around those kids. Oh, Archie was born on this date. No, he wasn't. He was born here. He's already home. Okay. Any doctors sign? No doctors are going to sign anything. Christening. Privacy. Moon bump, pregnant kneecap. I mean, it's just so much fuckwittery has gone on there. I don't know if they exist. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they were used with eggs or Harry's sperm. I don't know if they were cooked up in a test tube and impregnated in a pig. I have no idea. I don't know what they look like because they never, well, they put out some, you what? Yeah, it is. Turn the heat off on the thing and it will be incredibly hot. So let it cool down a bit. Just test the steak. Should be sort of falling apart. So yeah, the cat's meowing. So yeah, I don't know anything about the kids. I don't know if they'll turn up. I don't know if they'll get titles. I don't know anything about that. It's weird as hell, the whole thing. Yeah, pregnant kneecap. I mean, can anyone explain? What was that? Birkenhead, red and purple outfit. She arrives and the bump's out here and it's kind of higher than her tits. Okay, I've been pregnant and I don't recall that. And then it sort of deflated and shrank throughout the event and slid down her right leg to her kneecap. just before they got in a car to leave. Now, I'm not saying she wasn't pregnant. Maybe she had, knowing Meghan, she felt her natural bump wasn't big enough. So she'd wear a moon bump. And knowing Meghan, she wouldn't just wear a padded one, which would remain the same size. She'd go an air pump to make it, because she's going to be the biggest, the most pregnant woman on planet Earth. And then she's got a little, I don't know, she might have rubbed up against something and popped it, you know, and then it falls down the leg like a whoopee cushion. I wouldn't put that past her, or maybe it was a stab-proof vest. I don't know. And actually, I don't care, because they're so far down the line. Who cares? Who cares? There'd have to be a nuclear bomb go off over Buckingham Palace with the entire royal family in it, or line them all up with a Gatling gun. What's the chance of that? It's never going to happen, Meghan. You're never going to be the Queen of England. And if it did happen, I'd become a Republican so fast. Magic Girl City. Oh, cats talk. I think Harry will definitely go to the coronation. Maybe not. They have never mentioned or denied all rumours about the surrogacy, moon bump, no kids, etc. Yeah, no, they've never really addressed that one. Or no medical professional signed the thing like they did with all the other people born into the royal family. Yes, it's MP Bob Seeley, an amendment to the letter of patent 1917 should remove all titles together. Should be addressed in mid-February. Okay. Hello, Jennifer. I've actually joined a live from Australia. Fantastic. How's it in Australia? I've been saying this for weeks. This coronation is for the nation and the Commonwealth. Yeah, it's not for the Windsors' private family. It's not a private family function. This is for the nation and the Commonwealth, as well as the monarch and working members of the royal family. It's not some bloody beauty pageant for Meghan. Not that she'd ever been one of them. Or what do you guys call it in America when you're at college and you're homecoming queen? Wasn't she one of them? What's that, footsie girl? What tiny phone? I think all of us would become a Republican. Yes, you and me both, Princess Carol. You and me both. Well, I've got a Spanish family, royal family here. So they do, you know, their children are actors, in my opinion. I've honestly no idea. No idea at all. A state event, not a family reunion. Exactly. We had the same conversations over the Jubilee, remember? That people on Meghan's team were saying, oh, it's Harry's family and his grandmother. And everybody said the same. No, this is not about private family. This is a constitutional thing. This is for the country and the Commonwealth. Constitutional monarchy cedes power to the people. Part of our constitution allows juries to decide whether law is just or not. Corey Sidney, hi, hun. They haven't sued Bauer or Valentine's book either. No, I bet they haven't. I bet they don't want to open that can of worms. Kelly, blessings, heavenly, absolutely right. She is shifty. It has got to take a toll on the body to be that much full of hate. Yes, it must. And it will manifest itself. I know people actively who they're miserable as sin and have been for years. I mean, they're right downers and they have a go at people and they're backstabby and stuff. And I remember them when they were younger and they were really nice looking people and they become bitter and gnarled on the outside too. Meghan, I tell you what, Daily Mail's waiting for their shopping trolley shot. Does anybody know what the Daily Mail shopping trolley shot is? They wait until they have a woman who's really, really beautiful. Someone like Christine Keeler, the Profumo scandal. And they wait until they get old and they put on weight and they're in a supermarket pushing a shopping trolley with a fag hanging out their mouth. They just got that Virginia Giuffre. They got her shopping trolley moment. They did get Christine Keeler before she died. They do it to Judy Finnegan all the time. And they're waiting for Meghan's shopping trolley shot. And she'll be there one day, hairnet, fag hanging out her mouth, pushing a shopping trolley in a tracksuit, thinking nobody's looking. What are you doing?
He's watching.
Again? Well, there's a clean one on my bed. Go and get that.
Had a bit of a spill.
Oh, for God's sake, I don't want to hear anything. Meghan and Harry keep insulting our intelligence. Yeah. You think, Elaine? Yeah. Good afternoon. If Sussex title is stripped by Parliament prior to the coronation, would Harry still have to pledge loyalty to the King? Well, firstly, I don't think that's going to happen. Unfortunately, those of us from Sussex, hello, Heidi Sexton, impregnated in a pig. He's not going to lose it for a start. I just can't see them doing that. I think that the title Duke of Sussex is just going to go down in infamy, like Windsor, unfortunately. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that even if Harry comes, he won't have to swear fidelity to the King. I'm just going to get a drink of milk, guys. We're back in a sec. I'll dry through. All right, there's room. Moving away. Oh, that's better. Right, that's much better. I've missed loads of comments. Rhea Snakespeare says, does anybody need the Discord link? Rhea runs all the Discord sites, so you can all chat offline. When the lives finish, you can keep in touch with each other and swap all kinds of ideas. Charles changed the pledges. William will pledge for all the lords. Did someone do a well check and found no sign of children? Again, don't know. Baby grandma. It still makes me laugh that you call cigarettes a fag because it means something totally different here in the States. Yeah, I know. Such a victim. She missed out on complaining about morning sickness. Mama T. I thought it was said somewhere that only William will be doing that. Don't know. I bet William and Catherine will cut them out once they are king and queen. Yeah, I would imagine. Prince Harry should already have sworn an oath of allegiance to the crown when he joined the army. Yes, absolutely. He should have done. Glow, over 700 people in this live. Wow, 698. I forgot to look. Edie Cozort, hi. What's a Discord link, says Deborah. Right, there's a thing called Discord. It's another form of social media, but it's one where you are invited by link to go and join. And Rhea Snakespeare runs that. And you can chat to each other. In fact, I will pin Rhea's comment because she's just put, oh no, I've only got option, put user in timeout or block user. Oh, I can put it up on the screen, but then do you know, I don't know how it's not giving me the option to pin it, Rhea. But
Just click on it.
yeah, but all it does is go up on the screen and then people can't click the link. I tell you what, Rhea, I'll put it in the description. Where's she gone again? I don't know where that went. Oh, there we are. Oh, I can't copy things in the comments either. Oh, I forgot I could. Hello, Minnow Verdi. No one will swear allegiance except William, who will do it on behalf of the Dukes. Right, so Harry doesn't even need to go, does he? Christine Geyer, hello from Michigan. Maggie P, hello. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone. Blessings heavenly. Harry feel entitled because King Charles rewards his bad behaviour, and that's exactly. It's like Meghan. I've never come across anybody who's allowed to commit perjury in court before and call it misremembering. That really makes me angry. Actually, maybe I shouldn't talk about that because it just hits my rage vein. And then the judiciary wonder why everybody's lost total fucking respect for them. I misremember. I'll have to try that one next time. Next time I'll just lie through my fucking ass and then I'll say, oh, I just misremembered things. Markle versus Associated News Limited. I shall cite that as a precedent. Amber Turd. Well, I was never familiar with Amber or the Johnny Depp thing. But since all that doodah and the court case, I did watch it. My kids absolutely hate Amber Heard. They hate her. My Benji showed me a TikTok video of someone impersonating an actor from Aquaman and saying to the court, he said, well, we were in a swimming pool and there was like this brown fish thing, and I'll leave the rest to your imagination. It was hilarious. No, my kids think that liars are despicable. Meatballs in the UK are called faggots. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Fluffy Kitten. Hello. Lucky Osborne. Check real purpose of Discord, run by Chinese. Do your research before signing up. Well, I think the same could be said of perhaps StreamYard. WhatsApp is owned by Facebook, isn't it? Instagram is owned by Facebook. And I mean, that what's he called? Mark Zuckerberg, the guy who can't sweat and bears a stunning resemblance to an artificial intelligence. God knows who owns that robot. Fiona, please try not to end up in court in order to need that defense. We need you here. Is a fanny pack a tampon? No. Isn't TikTok Chinese owned too? I don't know. They're listening to us on this, on all your devices. Your own television, a smart TV, they're listening to you and they're watching you. Your mobile phone, they're listening to you, they're watching you. They're tracking you all the time. And they're hacking each other's databases. So you're being watched by the Russians, the Americans, probably the North Koreans and the Chinese. I don't think you can get away from it unless you put your phone in the microwave and get rid of all of your devices and just never be on the internet. And then you'd probably be arrested for being weird. That they can't. They'll think you're hiding something. Diana T. Anna Perkins. I used to love brain. Oh, they were McBrains faggots, I think. Diana, weren't they? Or were they brains? But they changed the recipe and I think they're horrible now. Tabitha, I copied in the chat. Oh, I can hear myself on the other side of the house. Jamba, balloons everywhere. Hello, Royal Daily Tea, another YouTuber. Michelle does fabulous assessments. And Katie, note to oneself, she's another YouTuber. Fiona has set a precedent. You're correct. Well, yeah, and so those stupid judges. What was that judge called? Warby? Was it Warby? Werby? I don't know who the hell's ever going to remember him in 100 years, but they'll remember that case and that decision. What a moron. Literally, Amber Heard, do you lying next to poor Johnny Depp? Isn't it awful? I mean, I understand why people might lie to get themselves out of trouble or cover for a loved one. But when you're not in the shit, you're not in trouble, none of your loved ones are, but you deliberately lie in order to put another human being, drop them right in it from a great height, well, that's another piece of work. Yeah, Michelle, Justin Welby's the Archbishop of Canterbury. No, it was Warby, Judge Warby or something like that. Judge Knobhead, in my opinion. Let's hope I don't end up in front of him in any point in the near future. Because I think he's a dickhead. I think he fell for a pretty face and, I've had a miscarriage and I'm pregnant. I'm so upset. How the hell Omid Scobie didn't end up before him for perjury, it's beyond me. It was virtually a signed, sealed confession. But apparently in the High Court of England and Wales, you can lie through your arse and just call it misremembering. Incredulous, isn't it? Absolutely incredulous. Oh, I'm losing the comments. It's this microphone, it's just right where I'm trying to look. I'm being watched on my hope. I hope whoever's watching enjoys the show. I'm in the bath. Well, they shouldn't be looking, should they, baby grandma? Serves them right. Catherine Crosby. If they don't attend the coronation, they'll create something to take the shine. Oh, yeah. She'll probably murder Harry on the same day. That'd take the shine off it, wouldn't it? MM should soon look like Henry Kissinger then. UK is full of judges just the same. The judge is a dipshit. Oh, yeah. I wonder if he feels stupid now. Do you think Oprah Winfrey feels stupid now?
I reckon she made up the miscarriage just to blind the judge to win her case.
I still remember Warby's unpleasantness towards the lovely man who raised him, his stepdad, and even his mum years ago. Was in his book. It was in the papers. Really? I didn't know that. I mean, some judges are making extraordinary decisions, don't they, based on absolute no common sense whatsoever. It's like being at the Mad Hatter's tea party. Jeffrey Archer, no avid she'll remarry Harry during the coronation. Not right now, Graham. I'm on the milk. I'm on the hard stuff.
Okay.
I didn't know that Rosie's cottage. Maybe he identifies with Markle. I think Warby and just thought, pretty face. Not that it is particularly, but compared to him, he's just thought, oh, pretty little lady. I'll let her off the hook. Member of the royal family, Dancidited for years. I want a Game of Thrones ending to the suckhorses. Oh, don't say things like that. You'll be cancelled left, right, and centre. I mean, this is the thing with Meghan and Harry that I just can't understand. They had everybody, more or less, thought they were nice. And all of a sudden, they thought they'd pick on, I don't know, the British public by calling all white British racist. Okay, well, that got rid of a large proportion of their fan base. Then they thought they'd pick on Piers Morgan. Okay, not everybody likes him. A lot of people hate him. But a lot of people do like him. Let's just get rid of that part of the fan base. And they just continually go around insulting and having a go at. And now we've got the Gran Turismo Top Gear, Jeremy Clarkson, whether he was an idiot or not to say that. They could have been magnanimous and gone, yeah, look, he said sorry, that's fine. We actually like watching Top Gear. And then all the Top Gear fans would have come back and said, oh, I love Harry and Meghan. But no, she's not capable of that. She's got to really stab him with a dagger. She's got to make sure she alienates huge swathes of the population until nobody likes her anymore, except a couple of lunatics who watch Hallmark movies in the afternoon. Or what are they going to think when they see Gordon Getty? I was half joking when I said last week she'll find herself a 90-year-old. I didn't actually think she was. She obviously does subscribe and thought, that's a brilliant idea, Fiona. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, dear. Right. Do you think spoutable media is Meghan Markle and Harry? I've just lost it. Because look at the logo. It seems a strange thing for a Buckman to use. Well, I don't know. Christopher Boozy, it seems to be keeping him happy. He's going to create his own little cesspool of the internet. I do love the fact he calls everybody else a troll. Good God. Good grief. When I worked for our country's Veterans Administration, it was in a federal BLD. I would go down to the FBI floor to walk and made fucked up faces at their cameras. Okay. David Murphy, what did he say? Jody says, awesome. I missed what David Murphy said. I'll have to go back a bit. I can't find you now. I'm now want to know. Oh, Fiona, you see in the Daily Mail today that Sam Markle is calling Prince Harry as a witness. Really? Well, yes, but what sort of judge will Samantha Markle get? I really hope she wins. I really do, but I lose more and more faith in the courts as the years go by. I love you too, Graham. Boozy bought Spoutable for $89. Has lots of data breaches, so good luck. Yeah, keep him busy. If that's where he wants to go, good riddance. Graham, what have you done now? He hasn't done anything. He's laying on the sofa. He literally has not been doing anything all day. Or last night. Literally. I can testify to that. Depositions are in a room with attorneys and court person. As Kenny Everett would say, she's a Cupid stunt. Parody Whitney, hello, another lovely YouTuber, very talented lady. She sings about Meghan, and she probably gets away with a hell of a lot more than the rest of us by doing that. Question of the day, will Boozy show, and the comments disappeared. Oh, for Trevor's live. I bet no, I don't know. Trevor's live is in about 50 minutes, isn't it? I bet he won't, because he's... I've invited them all on here. Christopher Boozy, Omid Scobie, Ellie Hall, Jack Royston. I've invited them all. Oh, they got a la going on. But as soon as someone says, well, come and talk to me to my face, they just go quiet, don't they? I do that. Ellie Hall, there's a Bridget Jones, if ever I saw one.
Did you say Ellie Hall?
Ellie Hall. She's a journalist, apparently. Allegedly.
Ellie Hall is like world's strongest man.
Can't imagine her in a bunny suit, no? Yeah, you all know the scene, don't you? He's a guppy and he's swimming into Lady C's pool. I think Lady C wouldn't scrape him off the bottom of her shoe. Hello, Cynthia Goldman Steinway. Hello, lovely. Susan Aldridge, she may be styling herself on Jackie Onassis. Yeah, Jackie did have class and she kept her mouth shut and she was very, very royal. No, she might be styling herself on it, on Jackie, but yeah, Katie, they're all far too chicken. Like all the trolls and stuff, they're anonymous behind a mask. They're so brave, aren't they? Yes, I love Bridget Jones as well, Ruth Ann. I love the first one. Second one, I thought we could have done without that. Sorry if you have covered this. I've just joined. Hello, Anna. Have you seen a YouTuber called the DUI Guy? Friends with Nate the Lawyer? Yes, I have. Larry? Yes, I have. About the big bot campaign Meghan and Harry are involved in. Mind-blowing, worth a watch. I haven't actually seen the video yet, but yeah, I'm personally convinced myself that it's been en masse bullying. Whatever happened to that video you spoke of about Lady C? Oh, it got taken down. Whether the pig troll took it down themselves or not, I don't know. Or whether YouTube did, but I couldn't find it. And the other thing is, if anyone, if Lady C's out there watching, I do have the identity because YouTube sent me an email. So there are links between the owner of that YouTube channel and the pig Twitter account. They've admitted it in writing, and I've got that if anybody needs it for legal reasons. Maggie P. Oh, wow. Yes, they are in deep, I believe. Queen Gertie's live at 9 p.m. 3 hours from now. So that'll be 8 p.m. here, won't it, Poppy? That's not 3 hours from now. Jackie McLean. I don't think anything she puts on her looks like a sack of taters. What's going on tonight, Cynthia? Oh, nothing much. We're all just sort of comparing notes about will she marry a 90-year-old billionaire? Will she do an Anne? What was her name again? I can't remember the woman's name. And there was a lady called Anne blew her husband away in the night with a shotgun because she said she thought he was a burglar. Although, you know, in this day and age, I watch a lot of crime shows, and what a lot of spouses do is they put something in the food and they drug them. And well, Harry's already admitted to taking a load of drugs. I suppose it's not inconceivable that he might overdose on something. If I was him, I'd have a food taster. That's for sure. Wouldn't you? I definitely wouldn't eat anything Meghan cooked. Right, yeah. I think, yeah, they're all trying to figure out what time Gertie's going to be on. So if Gertie's 9 o'clock UK time, here that it's 10 p.m. 10 p.m. my time, right. Well said. H said he wanders around the house at night, so she might think he's a burglar. Plus, they're obsessed with security. Woodward. And the Woodwards were obsessed with security. They went on and on and on. There were a few a few fictitious break-ins. Haven't Harry and Meghan had lots of false alarms? The alarms set off. But yeah, if I was Harry, I would definitely check everything that I eat. If Has comes with or without her, I'm sure they will be closely guarded. Yeah. Positive thinker. Claim back cost of wedding. Sold us a wedding, gave us a spectacle. Kathy Trout. Getty won't marry her. Well, I think that's what Lady C was saying. His family members are a bit concerned about. Who's checked? Oh, right. Jeremy Clarkson analogy. The only thing I would change is that H should also walk beside his bride. Well, the Sugars had a field day with that, didn't they? Nice goulash with a special variety of anise. Okay. I think I'm intruding on a private conversation there. I can't believe the giant hoax those two played on the world stage with no consequence, hoping the public has a giant case of cognitive dissonance. I hope you're not referring to that pregnant kneecap again. I've seen many pregnant ladies with the bump down there. Haven't you? When it's out, she's hanging out with the older guy. What will her father say if she marries a 91-year-old? She makes him a special smoothie every morning. Well, there you go. The thing is, you trust the person you live with to cook the food. And so poisoning is a much more common crime than people realise. People think poisoning is like cyanide or arsenic. It's not. It's when you put something in somebody's food and they digest that without getting their permission. They don't know it's there.
I'm not feeling very well.
Oh, Graham's not feeling very well. Well, he hasn't eaten anything I've cooked lately, so I haven't even made you a cup of tea, I don't think. So you've probably fallen victim to your own haggis kebab, haven't you? I did tell you not to do that. Tabitha, thank you very much, Tabitha. Janine, Mama, exactly. Poison is a woman's murder weapon. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot more common than you think. I've been poisoned once or twice by people. It's quite easy to, it can happen to anybody, absolutely anybody. If she married Getty, Harry would give her away and Scobie could be the bridesmaid. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Now, don't be mean. We all know he's here. I know he's here. I can feel him. Love that the numbers for Clarkson's farm have noticeably ticked up here in the US. Have they? She has him on drugs. It'll be fentanyl. Well, actually, I was talking to somebody the other day and they said, you can OD on that fentanyl, like really easily, apparently. It's quite lethal. I don't know what it is. Paracetamol, long-term liver damage. If you haven't hit the like, thank you, Jodie. I think your style is so refreshing, almost too sweet and balanced. Well, let's see, Tabitha. I could be arrested or sued by the end of the week. I feel dinner plates being hurled at my face on a gigantic TV against a wall somewhere near around about Montecito. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you all very much for joining me. It's going to be Trevor's live soon, and then Queen Gertie after that. So I'm trying not to clash with any other. Oh, yeah, Anna Nicole. That was a strange story, wasn't it? And then she died, and her son died as well, didn't he? That was all really, really awful and tragic. Yes, thank you all very, very much for joining us. And I think you can carry on chatting to yourselves even when I've finished the live. I think so. I hope so. I wonder if Em will call the mighty Getty dynasty out for racism. Oh, well, she could accuse him of anything. You let her in the door, really? Anything's possible, isn't it? You know? They're fools. They're fools. So thank you all very, very much for joining me this evening. We'll do this again soon. We will definitely do this again soon because it's lovely to see you all chatting to each other and amongst each other. But yes, Rhea Snakespeare has the Discord, and maybe Rhea, if you can put it, I know what, when this video goes up, Ria, if you could comment in the video and then I'll pin it to the top and then people can just click that and then they can all go and chat to each other. Have a wonderful Sunday evening, morning, good afternoon. Then I will see you all later. End broadcast.